Hey everybody, I'm here with my friend and my physiotherapist, Deepak Sharma. Deepak is a fantastic physiotherapist. I can tell you that because he's helped me substantially with some of my back issues that seem to be sciatica and very much set me on the path of much better, a better life with without pain and so uh, and
Mhm.
Deepak, you gave us a little hint. This I know you're going to have this session for our mini club coming up Saturday, and I just wanted to put this up on our site as a little teaser because I remember you gave us a hint, very simple thing to do when you get in the car, and I think you probably have a few other things. I've driven all the way from Edmonton to Canmore after I haven't driven my car like 20 kilometers in the last 2 weeks, and now I've driven
Yeah,
all the way to Canmore. But let's just start with maybe that hint, and then what other tips you might want to pass on that gives us people a sense.
for sure. Yeah, but thanks for the great introduction, by the way. Yeah. A couple of things I always tell people, like when you go and sit inside your car, that's the one place where it's very easy for you to go off posture and get, more comfortable while sitting and all of that. And then that's when you start to get all these, the muscle tightness and aches and pains and stuff. So the very simple thing that you can do is when you go and sit down in your car, before you even turn the engine on, you sit there in a straight and erect posture and adjust your rear view mirror according to that corrected posture. Okay. So what will happen with that is every time, and it's very common, and you maybe able to relate with that, that after literally driving for 10 to 15 minutes, no matter how well you try, you'll go down in this position, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what it does is if your mirror is corrected or set at a position with an erect posture, every time you go a little bit off the posture, you won't be able to see through that mirror. So it's a constant reminder for your brain to, hey, come on, sit straight.
That's
Um,
a great. I'm gonna do that when I get back in my car because that's a
yeah,
great idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that I is mainly people, when they drive, they always have some difficulty turning their head when they're driving. And I'll give you a little example on that. When you're sitting in, like, in a slouch position and driving in a comfortable position like this, and your neck is like sitting here, and you
Mm-hmm.
try and turn your neck and see how far you can go, right?
Right.
And then if you sit all straight and tall, and then
Yeah.
turn your neck and see how far you can go, you'll definitely be able
Double
to go
check is
further.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll certainly be able to see over your shoulder. So that kind of prevents a lot of aches and pains that you can get when you go out on the long drives. And now because of the weather, it's getting better and the parks are open, so people, I'm sure they want to like take their Mini Coopers out and go out for long drives. But definitely there they can use these small tips to kind of keep themselves active and
Yeah, that was one of the questions in our Facebook group. Where do you want to take your mini next when you're
healthy.
allowed or you feel comfortable taking the long drive? It's interesting
Right.
the answers. And one of the
Yeah.
things that I use that I know other mini owners use and love, especially on long drives, is I use the heated seat. And you were telling me that can be good and bad. So,
It definitely. So it's good if you have pain in your lower back and stuff, and a constant nagging pain. It does help you loosen up your muscles for a short while, but you have to understand that the heat is not it's not something that will fix your problem, right?
mm,
It's a temporary measure that you can take to get some relief from your condition. Now, one thing that you can do is, if, first of all, if you keep the heat on for the whole drive, like, then it definitely, what it does is it slows down your blood circulation. And definitely, like, if it's the same thing, if you go and take a hot shower, you get a really good sleep afterwards,
yes.
right? Because we call it vasodilatation is a medical term for it. So it just basically slows down your blood circulation and makes you a little, lethargic and little lazy. So, and I've seen people, they feel more sleepy while like driving if their heat is on for like more than 30 minutes or an hour or so. So there are two things you can do about it. Either, just pace it, like, you can turn it on for a short while, 15, 20 minutes, and then turn it off,
Mhm.
or just keep it at the lowest heat level. So you're still getting a little bit of heat, but not like, don't get too comfortable while driving.
Okay. And this is
Yeah,
supposed to be an appetizer. So just one last thing. When you're
for sure.
getting out of the car, what advice do you give about people getting out of the car or what you should do if you seem to have a little bit of a back issue?
Right. So the best way is, just you should always swivel on your pelvic joint, right? So you just bring your both legs out and then get up. That's an ideal way of doing it, but none of us do it unless you really have some back pains and something like that. So again, if you have something going on with you, listen to your body, and whatever your body tells you, follow that. Any position or activity that you do that gives you pain or discomfort, don't do it. If you feel that you're sitting in the car and you're one of those people who get lower back pain often, and you try and bring your one leg out of the car and that gives you a little bit of spasm or a little jolt in the back, don't do that. Just listen to your body, because it's your body's way to tell you that, hey, something is wrong, and don't just don't do it, and just find a different way to do it. Any position or activity that doesn't hurt is probably is not going to make things worse for you. So again, ideally you should be swivel around and then get out of the car, but otherwise anything which doesn't hurt is good for you.
Great. If it hurts, stop it, right? Okay.
It's a stop it. Yeah. And you should always listen to your body, right? I always feel that your body gives you alarm, right? And we human beings, our brain is programmed in a way that we are so habitual of hitting that snooze button on the alarm clock, that we just let it snooze unless it really starts yelling at us that, hey, it really hurts, or the pain goes up to a high intensity. That's when we actually start listening to our body.
Cool. Well, that's great. As I said, this is an appetizer, a teaser, because there's going to be a lot more on Saturday, and I just hope this gets a few more people interested and signed up for the course, because it's fantastic. It's free, and I've been to some of your actual co-located sessions, and it's amazing the difference, just some of the things that you impart to us that helps us have a happier life, right? Less pain, more motion. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Pain, more motion. Yeah.
No, and if you really think about it, it's true. Like, our human body is made to move, right? We're not made to sit in one spot.
Right.
That's why all of our joints, they move. They don't stay in one spot like a fixed arm or something.
Yeah.
Right. So the more we use it, the better it gets.
It might feel good while I'm sitting, but because I'm sitting so long, and then I get up and walk, and I go, oh, I think it's the walking that's hurting me. But no, it was sitting.
It was a sitting. That's right. So sitting for long hours made your muscles so tight that now your body doesn't even want to walk around, right?
Yeah, well, I know some of our mini owners are truck drivers, so hopefully they'll see that there's going to be some huge value in.
Absolutely. So there is one condition when I'll talk more about that when I'll talk about the most common causes of lower back pain and sciatic pains, which is very much related with the truck drivers and the cab drivers. So I'm sure they certainly can get a lot of value out of that.
Great. Thanks, Deepak.
No problem.